This was a meticulously planned assassination attempt. The terrorists raised their missile site, locking onto the U.S. president's private jet. They then deployed their latest ground-to-air missile and fired. The missile streaked across the sky, leaving a trail of white smoke. The president's aircraft detected the incoming threat and prepared to deploy countermeasures. But at the critical moment, the onboard computer system suddenly went black. Sensing something was wrong, the president's personal bodyguard immediately alerted the crew to enter Level 1 combat readiness. He rushed into the president's lounge and escorted him to the cargo hold. With only 2.5 minutes before impact, the bodyguard decisively shoved the president into the escape pod.
I'll find you and pick you up, Mr. President! You might want to see you on the ground!
Sealed the hatch, and hit the launch button. The president ejected safely, followed closely by the security personnel who parachuted out. However, their parachutes failed to open. One of the security officers noticed something was wrong and tried to warn the others, only to be shot dead by the president's bodyguard. It turned out the bodyguard was actually working with the terrorists. With calculated precision, the bodyguard leaped from the aircraft just as the ground-to-air missile tore through the clouds and struck the president's jet, along with 3 escorting F-16 fighters. The aircraft lost control and crashed into a Finnish forest. The Pentagon detected the attack on Air Force One and lost signal from the president's escape pod. The Secretary of Defense immediately activated the Emergency Command Center and dispatched SEAL Team 6 for a search and rescue mission. Meanwhile, the president was trapped inside the escape pod when a young boy out hunting in the forest discovered it. Cautiously approaching, he knocked on the pod's door with his bow. Mistaking him for his bodyguard, the president wrote down the unlock code on the window. The boy, wary of danger, entered the code and quickly stepped back. As the pod door opened, the president was stunned to see a child standing before him. Realizing the man was the U.S. president, the boy immediately led him into the wilderness to escape. By the time the traitorous bodyguard and the terrorists arrived, the president was already gone. What they didn't know was that this boy was actually a young hunter from a local tribe. According to tribal tradition, when boys turn 13, they must enter the forest alone and hunt a beast within 2 days to prove their strength. Little did he expect that his rite of passage would turn into a mission to save the President of the United States.